I'm John Bryant, State Representative. I represent the heart of Dallas County. This has already started and will continue to be the greatest year in the history of the Democratic Party in Texas. This is the year that we take back Texas from 30 years of Republican rule. This is the year. The Democratic primary that we just had statewide had more Democrats voting in the primary than Republicans for the first time in memory. We saw a resurgence of Democratic interest that exceeds anything that we've seen in our recent memory here, and there's a good reason for it. Why did that happen? It happened because the people saw Democrats starting to fight again. That's why we saw this turnout. We saw Jasmine Crockett week after week after week walking into the lion's den and speaking truth to power to those Republicans in Washington, D.C. We saw James Tallarico week after week after week ripping the covers off phony Republican religiosity called Christian nationalism and doing it with courage and skill. We saw Texas House Democrats break quorum and go to Chicago to stop the Republicans from being able to redistrict our state. For the first time in memory, Democrats have a candidate against the Republicans in every single office in Texas. Thanks to a great state Democratic chairman, Kendall Scudder, we have every single statewide race has a Democrat in it. Every race for Congress has a Democrat. Every race for the Texas House, every race for the Texas Senate. That's where we are today. And what inspired that? What inspired that was 30 years of Republican rule, and what has it brought us? 67 billionaires in Texas today own more wealth than 2/3 of all the people in our state, 21 million people. That's the situation that the Republicans have brought to us. We have the 5th highest property taxes in the country, but we're 47th in the nation in the state effort that we make for public education. Where has all the money gone? That's the question we're going to be asking this year. We have the most uninsured people in the United States in Texas, the most people lacking health insurance. We're 48th in the nation in our abilities to serve the people that need mental health services. We're 48th in the nation in health care in general across the board. Instead of supporting and working to give an excellent education to 5.5 million public school students, instead they come up with $1 billion to give vouchers to a handful of private school students, 70% of whom already are in private school. That's what Republican government means. A $7.25 minimum wage. Really? In 2026, $7.25 minimum wage? A redistricting bill designed to break all precedent, designed to artificially eliminate Democratic members of Congress, also with the purpose of making sure that the politicians pick their voters instead of the voters picking their politicians. That's what Republican government has amounted to. Well, I could go on and on. The list is very, very long. This year is the year that we turn it around. And we turn it around only in one way, and that's when the public sees Democrats fighting. That's what they saw in this year. That's why they came out to vote. We've got to make sure that fight goes on through Election Day in November, and it doesn't stop once we have everybody elected. We got to make sure as Democrats, speaking just as a Democrat today, that we are the advocates for the public interest, and we're making sure our Democratic nominees do what they said they would do when they came to us and asked to be nominated. We're going to win. We're going to start governing Texas again. We're going to make life better for everybody. Just like we have a blue county in Dallas, and we enjoy looking left and right and enjoying everybody, no matter what their sexual orientation, no matter what their race, no matter what their religion. We want the rest of the state to enjoy what we have, and that's what we're going to do in 2026. Thank you very much.